identical jeta, some of identical jetas. Akusala vipaka, result of akusala. Page number 27. How akusala vipaka is classified into 7. According to base, base means the mind or card, depending on base. According to base, mind is a differentiate, consciousness is differentiate. So, in the Pali term also mentioned in this way, Chakku Vijnana. Chakku means eye, Vijnana means consciousness, eye consciousness, Sota Vijnana, ear consciousness, Kana Vijnana, nose consciousness, Jiva Vijnana, tongue consciousness, Kaya Vijnana, body consciousness. According to base. So whenever we see undesirable object with our eye, the consciousness arises depending on eye. That consciousness must be result of akusala. That is surely. Because of this vipaka jeta, result and consciousness are unchangeable, cannot be changed. Just a result of previous life. You see, nowadays you see people, according to their race, their tribe, race cannot be changed. Maybe it can be changed as a citizen, but the race cannot be changed because of result. You see, citizen can be changed. Can be American citizen, can be British citizen, but the race cannot be changed. So like that, these resultant consciousness are unchangeable. Like the picture in the mirror. Picture on the mirror cannot be changed. Whatever the real one, it will appear in the mirror. So, vipaka jetas are in this way, unchangeable, result of karma, previous karma. Not dependent, not just they depend on present object. But karma, their cause is previous life. Therefore unchangeable. So eye consciousness, ear consciousness, nose consciousness, tongue consciousness. Here, because of akusala result, tongue consciousness, body consciousness with the pain, feelings with the pain. Physical pain is called dukkha sahagana, dukkha, physical pain. Okay, then be according to function. Chitta consciousness have different functions. According to function, after function, they are named. You see, people also, after their job, they are named. He's a manager. Manager means after job. He manage. Editor. Someone edit magazine or newspapers. He's editor. After his job. So like that, consciousness also named in this way. Here, receiving consciousness. Receiving is its function. According to function, this jeta is named. According to Pali, receiving means sampatechana. In the book is Pali terms also given. Pali terms and their meanings. You can get it there. Sampradechana. The last one, the last line is the one line. Sampradechana, receiving. Santirana, investigating. So after name, after function, they are named, these consciousness are named. So receiving consciousness accompanied by indifferent feeling, investigating consciousness accompanied by indifferent feeling. We are just classified how to perform their function will be explained in chapter 5 according to fundamental Abhidhamma. In fundamental Abhidhamma, I changed one chapter. Why? Because of, you see, according to the order of Abhidhamma Sangha, chapter 1 is Chaita, classifications of Chaita. In chapter 2, classifications of Chaitasika, how to associate Chaita and Chaitasika in chapter 2. Chapter 3 mentioned together with the Chaita and Chaitasika, the functions, the base, the object, according to Vipassana. Chapter 3 is Paganaka chapters. Before Paganaka chapter, in fundamental Vipassana explain material qualities. Because you see, some objects are material quality, these are material quality. There are many material qualities mentions how to relate Chaita and material qualities together. Look at the person, students who study Abhidhamma, if he does not know earlier material quality, he cannot understand how to relate mind and matter together. So therefore, after Chaita and Chaitasika, that's the third chapter, and 6th chapter, material qualities, I changed into part. So to know earlier the material qualities. If you know material qualities first, you can understand easily chapter 3. So therefore, replace chapter 6 as a chapter 3. So we must understand receiving consciousness. What he received, it received object. Investigating consciousness, what it investigate? It investigated the object. So here we must study just a name, and we must remember. So altogether 7. These 7 consciousness, type of consciousness, are prasada akusala. Prasada akusala. They arise depending on, they arise working with the object, present object. And thought process will be explained in detail. How in daily life these Chaitas arises. Now just we are grouping. Chaitas are grouping. Then these 7 are akusala rasa. Then let us move on to the next 5. Kusala vipaka. Kusala akusala. In our daily life, we have a different thought. One thought with the evil, one thought with the good. Evil thought is called akusala. Good thought is kusala. So sometimes we have an evil thought, sometimes we have a good thought. So kusala, akusala accumulate within us. It's become mature, then produce. It is an effect. Then resultant consciousness appear in this life. So in this way, cause and effect, non-stop. Okay, kusala vipaka. That consciousness that is a result of kusala is called kusala vipaka. And kusala vipaka data is classified into 8 according to base where mind arises and the function that mind performs. Accordingly, how kusala vipaka data is classified into 8? A and B. A according to base. The same things, eye consciousness accompanied by indifferent, ear consciousness, nose consciousness, tongue consciousness, but body consciousness accompanied by happiness because of kusala rasa. Whatever comfortable, our body touch whatever luxurious, tangible object, this consciousness arises, this body consciousness arises. This body consciousness associated with a happy feeling. Okay. According to function, receiving consciousness, that is sampadejana, investigating consciousness, accompanied by indifferent feeling. Here number 8 is a more investigating consciousness accompanied by pleasure. And akusala investigates only one with the indifferent feeling. Here, as a kusala rasa, investigating consciousness with the accompanied by pleasure is one more. That is usually this one more. Okay. Then Kariya 3. That consciousness that acts but does not produce an effect. You must know the meaning. Kariya means act. Kriya acts but does not produce effect. Some translators use inoperative. But not operative, it is operative. Therefore, act does not produce it itself. Like sterile. Sterile means never effectuated. So, kriyas, there's action. For example, mostly kriya jaitas arises with the hand. But here only two kriya jaitas arises with the all. But the other kriya jaitas arises with the only hand. For example, we offer the dana, we observe the sila, we practice the dhamma. Arahants are also these good things. Arahants also perform observing, offering dana, observing sila, practicing meditation. But our offering dana is a kusala because it will produce effect. Observing sila is a kusala. Practice meditation also kusala. But for the hands, they are no longer to be kusala because they have no next life. Therefore, these jaitas never produce, these karmas not accumulate as a karma, never produce an even next life. Therefore, name changes from kusala to kariya. We should keep in our mind in this way. Kusala within us called kariya within our hand. Okay? That is an easy way to understand. Whatever kusala arises within us, if it rises within our hand, it is called kariya. Within us, kusala accumulate and produce effect. Within our hands, never produce effect. Therefore, name changes. Because why? Within our hands, never produce its effect, because even karma, without a helping condition, without a condition cannot produce effect. To clarify it, you see, any kind of seed have stimulation, can grow up from seed, a plant. But if the seed alone, from seed alone, cannot grow up any tree, without the help of soil and water. Without the help of soil and water, from seed cannot grow up. So with the other hand, kusala, they have no mental defilements, they have no attachment, they have no craving. Therefore, without the help of condition, the karma alone cannot produce effect. That is a way. We need not to afraid of any karma. There's a way. We can isolate that karma. We can isolate. By removing kilesa, karmas can be isolated. For example, you see, but I don't encourage to do any evil. But only I point out the ways how to escape from karma. You know the story of Angulimala, Premadara. He kills a lot of people, 1,000 people are killed by Angulimala. He was ordained by the Buddha and practiced meditation. He became Arahant. At that time, he eradicated all mental defilements. No lava, no dosa, no moha. All mental defilements are eradicated. But the karmas accumulated with him. Without the kilesa, karma alone cannot produce its effect. If we keep the seed in the bottle, from seed, no trees come out. If we join it together with the soil, from seed or soil or moisture, from seed, this will be come out with shoot and root. So without the help condition, without the helping condition, cannot arise. So we can do agusala karma isolated by removing kilesa. Therefore in Dhammavada, yasa papang katang karma kusalena pitiyati. One closed his evil action by kusala. Closed and locked inside. Agusala has remained, you see. And within Angulimala, there's akusala as remained because akusala, whatever we have done cannot be undone. Whatever have done cannot be undone, you see. Cannot be changed. Yesterday has gone, you cannot bring back. Not already. But we can do only one is, we can do only things is to separate from condition. To keep separately from condition. That is the only way. We can remove all conditions. By removing all conditions, karma alone cannot work. But in present life, karma accumulate. Karma effectuate. Brings about. Therefore, when Venerable Angulimala went to for alms giving, he didn't receive the rice and curry, he received only stone. So many people hate, therefore throw stone. He received only stone. Stone hit his head and the bloodshed. That is the result of akusala, in present life. But he has no life, therefore no hope to stay for him. That is called kariya, you see. Isolated karma is called kariya with the anahata. In this way we can escape from any karma. The Buddha said in Sankhadama Sutta, in Sayutta Nikaya, first you must see akusala, that is not good. You must see in this way, that is not good. Then you must you must have compassion about it. I'm wrong. Then you must abstain from such action in future. In this way, we can isolate karma. On other side, we must accumulate the kusala, we must perform the kusala, we must avoid from akusala. So in this way, we can escape from evil akusala karma, akusala prasad. In Sankhadama Sutta, Sayutta Nikaya, Buddha said. So no need to worry about whatever have I done wrong. But we must know wrong as a wrong. After that we must avoid, we must abstain, we must confess, and we must abstain from doing so. That is the only way. So that is a Kariya Cetas. So here, Kariya Ceta is classified into three according to function. Kariya Ceta is classified into three. Adverting consciousness and Fido accompanied by indifference. Adverting consciousness and Mindo accompanied by indifference. So in Pali names are short. Pancha Dwara Vachana. Pancha means five. Dwara means door. Avachana means ordering or adverting. You see different translations. Ordering, adverting. Actually, attention. Avachana means, some means attention. Attention is important. Attention in Fido. Attention in Mindo, or ordering consciousness in Mindo. Hasitobhada, smile producing consciousness. This Hasitobhada Cetas arises within only Arahant and the Buddha, not within us. We smile not with this Cetas. We smile with the Loba Buddha Cetas. Our smiling is with the craving, mostly. So this smiling is Hasitobhada is within Arahant and the Buddha. Okay, Akariya Ceta. These are similar Cetas are in group. Not by order. That is just textual order. Not by order, rising order. Not serial numbers. Similarities are grouping in one group. These are ahituka because of these Cetas without the loba dosa moha, without the alava adasa moha. Therefore they are one group. They are mentioned in one group. just mention, not apply. Okay? Just you should learn as a test. After that, I will explain how these chaitas arises in our daily life. Most Westerners want to know about that, how to act these chaitas. They dislike it to learn according to text or order. Only the applied method they like. They all together now I will explain Ahituka Cheta. In two Ahituka Chetas, number one, number two, these two Kriya Chetas within all people, within us, within Arahant, within the Buddha. Okay? This is within Buddha. Whenever we see visual object with our eye, you see this advancing consciousness and Paido, the advancing consciousness and Paido arises first because it is attention. Without the attention, we cannot aware the object. We cannot be aware of the object. Therefore, you may heard that when the aeroplane about to land, they announce, "May I have your attention, please, gentlemen and ladies and gentlemen. May I have your attention, please?" Because our attention is very, very important. So these chetas come first, whatever object contact. In Paido, Panchadara Vachanas arises. In Maido, Manodara Vachanas arises within us. Okay, these two chetas, Panchadara Vachana, Manodara Vachana, these two chetas within all beings arises. But Hasitopada chetas arise within only Arahant and the Buddha. Then another cheta is a Kama Sobhana. All are Kama, but these are Sobhana, beautiful consciousness, good consciousness. If these are good consciousness, the others are not good consciousness. Okay, Sobhana. So, among the Kama Vachara cheta, 24 types of consciousness are called Sobhana because they are magnificent due to being good qualities and producing good effects. Why they are called the Sobhana? That is just a name. Okay? Why are called they are magnificent due to being good qualities. This cheta has good qualities. Not only they have good qualities, they produce good effects also. Therefore they are called Sobhana. Kama Sobhana cheta is classified into 3 types, namely Kusala, Vipaka and Kariya. Kusala is Kama, you see. Vipaka is Prasad, Kama and Prasad. Kriya is only Kusala with the Arahant. So only Kusala with the Arahant is called Kariya. Therefore, Kusala and Kariyas are totally the same. Only the person is different. So Kusala is 8. Kusala is a so-called, there is a good definition. Kusala is a so-called because it eradicates evil. Kusala, compound words. Ku means evil. Sala means eradication. Like an antiseptic, anti, removed. So here, ku means evil, sala means eradicate or eradication, eradications or evil. So medicines removed illness. Like that, kusala removed akusala. Like a medicine. Akusala is like disease. Kusala is like medicine. Akusala can be removed by kusala. Therefore, we must understand in the Buddha's teaching in Dhamma not to do any evil, to cultivate the good, not do works. And practically not do works. We must say in this way, by cultivating kusala, we can remove the akusala. Because of kusala and akusala, okay, it's opposite like a dark and light. Where there is a dark, there is no light. Where there is a light, there is no dark. Cannot remain together. Kusala and akusala cannot remain together. Where kusala rises, there cannot be rise. Cannot rise akusala. Where akusala is remain. So it is impossible loving kindness and hatred together. At the same moment, one has hatred, partly loving kindness, and impossible. Opposite natures. So, by cultivating loving kindness, we can remove the hatred. That is a way. Hatred, how to cultivate? How to remove it? By cultivating loving kindness. By developing metta, we can remove the dosa. That is the only way. Okay? So therefore, we must know the meaning of kusala. Kusala is so called because it eradicates evil. All types of kusalas are naturally free from fault. They are faultless, no fault, not to be blamed. Any kusalas, there is not to be blamed without a fault. Not only that, it brings about happiness also. Kusalas brings about happiness. That is a characteristic of kusala. The kusala citta is classified into 8 according to feeling, association, and promptitude. The following is how kusala citta can be divided into 8 types. Like a lava mula cittas, their classification, feeling, association, promptitude. So this is citta. This is kusala citta. Mahakusala cittas are 8. You can count this one, but here not given the list, not enumeration. Enumeration according to church, you can count this one. Okay? If you want to know from 1 to 8, you can get it from comprehensive AbhidhammaForDailyLife. Okay? But here also you can easily remember this. How Mahakusala cittas become 8. How to count? You can enumerate it with this church, with this table, with the pleasant feeling, with the knowledge, without the promptitude. Okay? Consciousness, with the pleasant feeling, with the knowledge, without the promptitude. That is number 1. And the second, number 2, with the pleasant feeling, with the knowledge, with the promptitude. The third one, with the pleasant feeling, without knowledge, without promptitude. Fourth one, with the pleasant feeling, without knowledge, with the amplitude. All together 4. And the same way with a neutral feeling. Oh, you can count, you can enumerate according to it. So this is Chaita. Whenever we offer the dana, whenever we observe the sila, whenever we practice meditation, this Mahakusala, one of Mahakusala Chaitas perform within us. Which Chaita arises, you must check. That is a matter of checkup. No need to go to meditation clinic or hospitals for that. You needed to go to meditation center to have a mineral checkup. Medical checkups are expensive. Maybe this is a cheap. Cheap, but not easy to do. So, through these kusala chaitas, within us these kusala chaitas arises. Okay? When kusala chaitas arises, it feels pleasant or indifferent. We must check in this way. Sometimes when we practice meditation, we are honestly, happily, sometimes. Depending on the situation, you see, health conditions are also situation. Good food is also situation. Weather also situation. All are effectuate. Sometimes the weather is very good. Health condition is okay. Nothing to be worried about it. So after that, we are honestly practice meditation and happily. First Mahakusala Chaitas arises. With the knowledge, without the promptitude. Sometimes we are hesitated to go to meditation center. Then friend take and encourage, oh, let us go. He disliked to go fast. Then his friend encourage. After that he decided, okay la, you go la. Has to go meditation center. First disliked to go there. Then second, after hesitate, is a decided to go. That's the second Mahakusala Chaitas arises. So in this way, mental situation changes. Cannot be the same mental situations depending on other conditions. It is changes. We live in circumstances. We live in society. Depending on society, our mental states changes. Depending on whether our mental states changes. So therefore, Kusala Chaitas also changing according to the object or according to situation. So in the present feeling, it feels present or indifferent. Each of them is a twofold, with the knowledge or without knowledge. Sometimes without the knowledge. Sometimes he realizes it should be done. Sometimes not. Think about it. It should be done. Because of the others encourage. Following his friends without knowledge. Like a children. Children follow the mother and father. You don't know the meanings of meditation. So such a situation is called without knowledge. Offering dana also in this way. Observing sila also in this way. According to situation, mental state, its position is changes. Therefore, according to feeling, Mahakusala Chaita is a 2 with a pleasant feeling, with a neutral feeling. Each of them multiplied by the 2 with the knowledge and without the knowledge. 2 multiplied by 2, 4. After that, need to prompt it, no need to prompt it. If you need to prompt it, first hesitate, that is with promptitude. No need to prompt it without a promptitude. So, 4 Mahakusala Chaitas are multiplied by 2 without promptitude with the promptitude. This gives 8. In this way. So this also can be multiplied in other way. Offering dana, 8 Mahakusala Chaita can arises. Observing Sila, 8 Mahakusala Chaita can arises. Practice meditations, 8 Mahakusala Chaita. According to it, 8 multiplied by 3. Okay, Mahakusala Chaitas, 8 multiplied by 3. Then, according to object, on seeing, on hearing, on smelling, on tasting, on touching, on thinking, 8 Mahakusala Chaitas multiplied by 6. In this way, many Mahakusala Chaitas arises. Here, the classification Mahakusala Chaitas into 8 is basically classification. Basic classification. So, therefore, we must know only Mahakusala Chaitas 8. It is possible more than 8 also. You must know this way. So, some of the Pali terms, Jnana Sambayutta, Jnana means knowledge, Sambayutta connected or associate, connected with the knowledge, Jnana Vipayutta connected from knowledge, disconnected, Jnana Vipayutta, disconnected from knowledge. So Mahakusala Chaita is classified into 8. In the same way, that consciousness, and that is the result of kusala, is called vipaka. This vipaka Chaita is classified in the same way as kusala, that it is cause. Thus, vipaka is classified into 8 types similar to kusala. Because, you see, first Mahakusala Chaita is a result of first Mahavipaka Chaita. Accordingly. So, therefore, Mahavipaka Chaita is totally similar to Mahakusala Chaita. According to feelings, 2. According to the association without knowledge, with the knowledge, without knowledge. According to promptitude, without promptitude, with the promptitude. By this way, Mahavipaka Chaita is also 8. Then Kriya Chaita. Kriya means mere action. It is although similar to kusala, not operative. Yeah. Not operative means not operative to produce effect. To produce effect, not operative. Nor does it bear the result of kusala. It arises within arahants who are divided mineral defilements, kilesa, and do not come to be reborn in the next life. Kriya is classified into 8 types in the same way. So we must know only kusala chaita with the arahant is called Kriya Chaita. Kriya Chaita. Because of they have their chaita has no health condition, therefore it cannot produce any effect, therefore it is called Kriya Chaita. So according to the Abhidhamma, we must studies all together in group. Classifications of Kamavajra Chaita. You remember Kamavajra Chaitas are 54. How to get the 54? According to feeling, Chaita associated with the pleasure. 18. Can you count these? Westerners are very lazy to do so. How do you count 18? Chaita associated with the pleasure. You must go back to Akusala Chaitas. This is just to remember. In Lova Mula Chaitas, how many with pleasure? With pleasure, pleasant feeling? 4. And Lova Mula Chaita is 4. Then Dosa Mula, impossible, Moha Mula, impossible. They must go Ahituka Chaita. In Ahituka Chaitas, how many Chaitas with the pleasant feeling? 2. One is investigating consciousness with the pleasure. Then Hasitopada, smiling produce consciousness with the pleasant feeling. So 2. So 4 and 2, 6. Okay? Then Mahakusala Chaita, how many Chaitas with the pleasant feeling? 4. Mahakusala Chaitas. Okay? Then Mahavipaka Chaitas, 4. Then Mahakariya Chaitas, 4. All together, 4 from Lavamula Chaita, 2 from Ahituka Chaita, 4 from Mahakusala Chaita, 4 from Mahavipaka Chaita, 4 from Mahakariya Chaita, all together 18. Okay, this number you can get 18. This is not so difficult like an accountant. In bank, there are many people who have to do it, the numbers. So there is a Abhidhamma numbers. And Abhidhamma number, you can count this one. This is not the application systems, only this to remember the text. Okay? To remember the text. Then Chaita plus associated with the happiness. 1. This is a Sukha Sahagata Kaya Vijnana. Okay? Sukha Sahagata Kaya Vijnana. Chaita associated with the displeasure, unhappiness, dominasa. 2. This is Dosa Mula 2. Okay? Chaita associated with the pain. 1. This is the physical pain. Dukkha Dahagata Kaya Vijnana. Body consciousness with the pain. Only 1. This Chaita associated with the neutral feeling, 32. You must search for this number. From Akusala, we must go fast in Lova Mula Chaita. In Lova Mula Chaitas, how many Chaitas with the indifferent feeling? 4. From Lova Mula is 4. Then from Dosa Mula, no. From Moha Mula, 2. Altogether 6. You know that there's 6 from Akusala. Then Ahituka. From Ahituka Chaita. Eye consciousness with the indifferent feeling. Ear consciousness, nose consciousness, tongue consciousness, body tongue consciousness. Okay? Then receiving consciousness, investigating consciousness. Each one 2, 2, 2. How many will be? Eye consciousness 2, ear consciousness 2, nose consciousness 2, tongue consciousness 2, 8. Then investigate 2, receiving consciousness is a 2. Then advancing consciousness, Paido, advancing consciousness and Mindo. So, how many? 14. Yes, correct. 40 and 6. 20. Okay? You get it, 20. Then must go on. From Mahakusala Chaita, 4. From Mahavibhaga Chaita, 4. From Mahakariya Chaita, 4. Altogether, 12. 12 and 20. 32. Yeah, that is the numbers. Okay? Just for knowledge of this. If you are interested, as a homework, you must search about it. Okay? If you wish to learn in the test, you must learn in this way. That is the textual order. Textual order. Totally, if you add these number 81, 21, 32, you can get 54. From the point of feeling, counting the karma vajra chaita. According to type, kusala 8, akusala 12, vibhaga 23. You should count this vibhaga 23. This is kriya 11. Totally 54. So you can get these numbers. Okay? There is a karma vajra chaitas. You have a studies the karma vajra chaitas according to it. And later, how to perform their functions and see according to in the mental process. These chaitas in mental process they walk in our daily life. How to walk is will be explained in chapter 5 here. Therefore, don't forget. Keep it long to understand it. It's okay? Let me break a few minutes. I have already explained about the karma vajra chaitas. Karma vajra chaitas concerning with the karma object. Which are karma object? Sense of pleasure. To be seen with the eye, to be heard with the ear, to be got with the nose, to be tasted with the tongue, to be touched with the body. Such a sense of pleasure is called karma. So dealing with such an object, these chaitas arises. So this is a karma vajra chaita. This is a Mahakusala chaita. Great Mahakusala, great Kusala. Why it is called great Kusala? Because of when we offer the dana with this Kusala chaita. Mahakusala chaita arises. When we observe the sila, Mahakusala chaita arises. When we practice samatha meditation, Mahakusala chaita arises. When we practice Vipassana meditation, Mahakusala chaitas arises. So with these chaitas, up to just before mega chaitas, Mahakusala chaitas arises. It is a range, it is so wide. Therefore it is called Mahakusala, great Kusala chaitas. But especially it is dealing with sense of pleasure. Mostly sense of pleasure. Therefore included in karma vajra chaitas. In our daily life, only 44 chaitas arises within us, not 54. You must change, reverse order, 45. Okay? Well, how to become 45? Mahakariya chaitas impossible within us. Hasitobala chaitas impossible within us. Altogether, 54 minus 9, 45. In our daily life, only 45 chaitas. We are eating, sleeping, enjoying. So the 45 chaitas. We are offering dana, observing, sila, practice, meditation within one of these chaitas. So let us study about Rupa Vajra chaitas. That is not in our daily life. It is concerning with the samatha practice. If you follow samatha method, samatha practice, you can attain these chaitas. Normally you cannot attain these chaitas. These chaitas are attainment. Like that, you see, education, knowledge is different according to level. Primary school levels, middle school levels, high school level, and university levels like that. Yeah. If you practice samatha meditation, you can attain this Rupa Vajra Kusala. It is possible. There is a way. But in daily life it is impossible. So let us study about the Rupa Vajra chaitas, page number 31. Rupa Vajra chaita. Consciousness that arises mostly in the Rupa Brahma world. Rupa means he is not referring to material quality, only referring to the jhana. The jhana. So Rupa Brahma is called Rupa Vajra. Mostly arises in Rupa Brahma world. You must notice mostly arises. It can arises in human world also. But mostly arises in Rupa Brahma world. Therefore it is called Rupa Vajra. The Rupa Vajra chaita is basically classified into 5, according to the 5 jhana stages. Jhana. Jhana is untranslated word. We leave untranslated because in those days when they study Buddhism, at the time jhana is translated into English. That is not a good meaning. Therefore later, nowadays never translated this one. Not translated this one. As a jhana. You see, in Chinese there is a dhyan. Dhyan is got from jhana. From dhyan now changes to Zen Buddhism. You see, Zen is changes from jhana. Dhyan, from dhyan, in Japanese pronounced as Zen. Now Zen practice, Zen Buddhism. Normally the word is derived from jhana. So what is the meaning jhana will be explained in later. Okay? So the constitutions of jhana, then 5 multiplied by 3 types kusala vipaka kariya comes to 50. According to 5 jhana stages. Then 5 multiplied by the 3 types of kusala vipaka kriya. Jhana also 3. According to cause and effect, come to 50. So how to become? We must study constitutions of jhana. The first jhana, that is constituted by Vitakka, Vichara, Piti, Sukha, Ekaggata. So these Vitakka, Vichara, Piti, Sukha, Ekaggata will be explained in chapter 2. Chapter 2. They are Cetasikas, middle state. Okay. So Vitakka, but we must study here. Vitakka, colloquial language. Vitakka means thought. Colloquially, I have a thought. I think, because say. Thought or thinking. That is referring to Vitakka. Last night I was thoughtful, therefore I could not sleep. Thoughtful. Vitakka. Vitakka means thinking about something. That is called Vitakka. So literally Vitakka means Vitakka is carried the mind towards the object. Place mind up onto the object. That is Vitakka. So Vitakka sent the mind to the object. And colloquially we call it that is a thought. Okay, the nature, because what is a vichara? After thought, thought means, you should consider, thought means mind and object joining together. That is called thought. Then vichara means not to off from the object. Through vichara, mind never off from object. This is mind remained to the object. That is vichara. Mind circulate to the object. That is vichara. For example, when you practice meditation, you focus your mind. If you follow the breathe in, breathe out, Anapana, you focus your mind on the nostril. And the nostril. You keep your mind in the nostril. So it is, you send your mind to that, to this object. That is Vitakka. After that, you maintain your thought only the nostril. That is vichara. So okay, vichara means circulated, surrounded, only this object. We must try not to off from the object. That is vichara. Through vichara, our minds remain in the object. Concentration is keeping only one object. That is a concentration. So Vitakka, vichara, then piti. Piti means joyful with this object. Joyful with this object. You see, sometimes our minds are not joined with this object. Cannot be enjoyed, cannot enjoy the object. When there is a piti, our minds entwined with this object. We are joyful. People also watching TV, their minds are joyful. Pretty arises at that. Some people are listening to pop music, joyful. This is piti arises. So that is the meaning of piti. After that, sukha. Sukha means experience happiness in the object. That is the sukha. Ekagata means one pointedness, not other object, only one object. So we must understand these 5 objects. First, our minds we place our mind onto only one object. That is about functions of Vitakka. Then our minds remain only the object, keep only the object. That is functions of Vichara. Our mind is joyful with this object. That is Piti's function. Our mind is feeling happiness, feel happy only this object. That is Sukha's function. Our mind is only one point, not the other object, only this object. That is Ekagata. Okay? During meditation, these 5 appear. You see? This is dealing with the meditation. So, if these 5 mental states harmoniously walk with the object, that is called jhana. That is called jhana. You can maintain, you can keep your mind 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, or the whole days, or the whole night. So, that is jhana. Jhana means in this way. You can keep it with the only these 5 mental states working together. So therefore, first jhana, that is constitutes by Vitakka, Vichara, Sukha, and Ekagata. The second jhana, that is constitutes by Vichara, Piti, Sukha, and Ekagata. And the second jhana, there is no Vitakka. That is the meaning. Our mind have a practice, therefore no need to send to the object. No need to send. It is going to sound. It is remain, just focused. And when we practice meditation, we have an experience. In second jhana stage is not necessary Vitakka, because of no need to send our mind to the object. Minds are already with the object. Therefore, only Vichara is necessary. Therefore, second jhana stage without the Vitakka. Why Vitakka not participate? Because of, so to understand it, we must explain it according to samatha practice. Otherwise, cannot catch the meaning. So, let us start how to practice samatha. Everybody has breathe in, breathe out for 24 hours. No need to buy to in supermarket. So everybody is have, you see. So easily to get this one. We must stay, we must sit in solitary place, quiet place, sit in posture. We must focus only those three. Then regularly, normally we must breathe in, breathe out. We must keep our mind breathe in, breathe out, breathe in. If these 5 factors harmoniously walk together, our minds sent to the object through Vitakka, our mind remained with the object, Vichara, our mind is joyful with the object, that is Piti, our mind experience happiness, Sukha, our mind has only one point, it is Ekagata. So these 5 mental factors walk with this only one object. That is past jhana stage. After that, the yogi practitioners think about Vitakka, have to send to the object. That is one of excitement. I dislike vitakka. Vitakka is not necessary. It disturbs samadhi, concentration, ekaggata, one-pointedness. Because of vitakka, there is motion, the object. Therefore, it is has excitement. Excitement disturbs concentration. Want to be more quiet. Therefore, practitioner yogi dislike vitakka. This time, I dislike. I will not let vitakka arises within me. So he want to remove the vitakka by increasing concentration. His concentration he increased. So his mind immediately joined with the object. Therefore, without the vitakka, vitakka is not necessary. Mind is joined with this object. Vitakka is not necessary. So, by increasing concentration, he removed vitakka. He remained only 4 factors. That is called second jhana stage he attained. Then after that he think about vichara. Vichara is a circulate, trying to maintain the mind on the object. So that is also one of excitement. That is disturb our concentration. He dislikes vichara also. Therefore he tried to remove vichara. How to remove? By increasing concentration. He increased his concentration, then he removed vichara. So in that stage, only joyful with the object, experience, happiness, and concentration, one-pointedness. Only with these 3 he remained. Like the player, you see, acrobat, you see some people you see many wonderful showings they shows by experience. And like that, mentally they experience removed one by one. First removed vitakka, second removed vichara by increasing concentration. That is called third jhana stage. Then after that he think joyful. Joy is excitement, you see. With the excitement. I dislike this excitement because it disturbs concentration. So he tried to remove his joy, piti, by increasing concentration. And then he can remain with experiencing happiness and concentration only 2. That is called 4th jhana stage. Then he think about experiencing happiness. Happiness is also one of excitement. He dislikes there is excitement. Therefore he increased more and more concentration. No happiness, we are just indifferent feeling. So indifferent feeling means upekha. Upekha is neither pain nor happiness. Indifferent feeling. So you see, if you are happy, what will be in your heartbeat? What is in your mind? Is it quiet or not quiet? So people say, I'm so happy, I'm happiness here. Excitement, you see, mentally excitement. Some people are not only mentally excitement, the body also jumping, shaking, you see. So, therefore, this happiness, you make it quiet. Remove happiness, remain only indifferently. So, you should know this. Concentration is strong enough. Concentration, that is a 5th jhana stage. And 5th jhana stage is concentrate concentration alone influence the whole. Only concentration, because our feeling is in different feelings. Only concentration is very powerful. In that stage, the person who attains such a stage, he can create everything. That is called abhidhamma. Very powerful mind you received. He can read others' mind if he wish. He can fly into the sky. He can dive underground, but it must be systematically. Systematically. We should not against nature. We should not against it. If he want to dive into the ground, what do he make first? He must create the hole. After that he can enter. Without a hole he cannot. Like it must, if we want to drive a subway, this must be done there. So systematically he must do. If he wish to walk on the surface of water, he must create the surface of water to be hard. So after that he can walk. Without the creation, if he walk, he will sink. Cannot. Systematically. If you want to see the other side, for example, we cannot see the beyond the wall. We cannot see because the wall is covered. The person who has strong concentration, who attain the fifth jhana, if he want to see the other side, what should be done? First he created light. After that, according to light, he can see. That is also normal conditions. Even we have an eye, if there is no light, we cannot see. So, eye is without the help of light, we cannot see, you see. In the dark, even there is an eye, we cannot see. Only the light of, help of the light we can see. In this way, in divine eye, if we wish to see, we must create a first light. Through the light we have to see. So must be normal positions, you see. If you wish to shake the building, cannot shake immediately. He must create the base, the ground of the building to make water. First create as a water. You see, liquid is easy to shake. Now solid is not easy to shake. There is a story, one novice, on that day he became a novice. He's a very young, 7 years of age. He entered the order. After shaving, just after shaving, thinking, contemplating, meditation upon his head. So he has a paramita. Therefore, he became Arahant just after shaving. He's so young. His name is Sangarakita. He has a strange idea. Today, just today, I entered the order, I became novice, I became Arahant. I want to shake the building, the palace of the Sakha Indra, king of the deities. I want to shake. So, according to his idea, he goes up. He went up to the deities' wall. You see the deities, when Arahant, the small Arahants are coming, young Arahants are coming, they are welcome. But he wants to shake the building. He tried to shake, without a systematically, but no systematically, not follow systematically. He shake, it is impossible. So therefore, the goddess joking with him, oh, don't be shake, we are afraid of you. But the building is not a shake. So he went back to meet his teacher. His teacher said, if you want to shake, you should not do like that. You must follow systematically. You must do systematically. What should be done? The bottom or the foundations of the building you must create as a water. After that you can easily shake. So then he went up again and tried to do so. So shake at that time. So whatever, you see, even miracle, mental superpower, even mental superpower, if it does not follow system, it cannot do. Must do systematically. Cannot go beyond the nature. According to the nature, we must do. So, in fifth jhana stage, is concentration is good enough, strong enough, therefore so powerful. Abhidhamma is in this stage. You know the story of Venerable Moggallana and dragon Nandamalabhivamsa. Doing this one, according to this attainment, is to do like that. So this is Chaitasa, just attainment. So the meanings of Pali terms. Jhana, you should know the meaning. In church, jhana is so called because it concentrates firmly on an object. That is a jhana. Firmly on an object. Concentrate firmly on object. That is the meanings of jhana. The word jhana is used for the unity of jhana factor. Not only one is called jhana, unity. The harmonious, mental harmony. Vitaka, vichara, piti, sukha, ekagata, these five factors harmoniously working together if it becomes power. So power means not only one thing that can produce energy, it's many things that unitedly can produce energy. You see, when we drive a car on the highway, how many things unitedly we use? Not only one thing, you see, many things together. Must have car body, must have wheel, must have engine, must have battery, must have a driver, must have petrol. So, if all harmoniously working together, it is running. It is running. If it's something lack, cannot run. Even small wire discontact cannot run. Harmoniously work. Like that, vitaka, vichara, piti, sukha, ekagata, these five factors harmoniously working together, it has become power. Alone cannot power. If it join together, it is powerful. Everything is like that. You see, many things together is become power. We can get energy. Even our body, you see, if we separate it, eyes separated, nose is separate, ears is separate, how it will be? If it is stored together, we are power, we can talk, no? We can laugh, we can smile, we can eat. So all together, you see, not only one, many things. According to process, we have to do. So many people are, we should not think, we do not think about that. We must contemplate about that. According to process, whatever we do according to process. any lunch or breakfast, when we eat, what is the process? First, with the hand, we must hold the spoon and fork. Then carry the food. Hand just can carry the food. But if the mouth is not open, he can do nothing. When the food is near, mouth must open. After that, it is put into the mouth. Then, if the teeth cannot choose, it cannot follow. The teeth they have to choose. The help of the stomach. After that, is swallow. So, process, you see. In stomach, there is a process. Like a machine. His functions are just to carry. Mouth functions are just to open. Teeth functions are just to chew. So, many is working together. If all are harmoniously working together, we can get something. So in this way, we should understand in this way. Vitaka, Vichara, Piti, Sukha, Ekagata. Harmoniously these five factors working together, we can get energy. If not harmonious, you cannot get energy. You see the inventor of the plane makers, they understand. They know the science, how to use element. You see, very heavy planes, very heavy, but it can fly, carry in many people and many luggage. They can fly because they use only element. They understand how to use these elements. So in this way, in Dhamma also accordingly it. And that machine is controlled in aeroplane. But in practice meditation, mind is controlled. We must refine our mind. Our mind is become impure because of many mental defilements, lova, dosa, moha. Therefore, our mind is heavy. We cannot fly. But again, we can fly in the aeroplane. But without the aeroplane, we cannot fly. If we refine our mind, we can. If we purify our mind, we can fly without the aeroplane. In those days, the Buddha and Arahant succeed in this way. Succeed in this way. There's a way. Only remain the way. The method is still remain, but nobody succeed because of laziness. Sometimes you see, health also not good enough. Food also not good enough, weather also not good enough for human beings nowadays. Our situations depend on condition, circumstances. Weather is one condition, food is one condition. According to weather, according to food, our lifespan is rise up and cut off. Not only karma, you see, many people think you are very good, you are lucky, you will live longer, not because of lucky. Not only karma is work. Depending on present condition is more important. Not only karma is a decisive condition, weather and food is a decisive condition. So to clarify about it, that we must consider this way. You know, the Buddha Gautama, the Buddha Kassapa, the Buddha Kassapa. all Buddhas have to fulfill their paramita. Their paramita, very long time. According to karma, they are equal. All Buddhas must fulfill 10 paramita. But Kassapa Buddhas, 20,000 years of age. His lifespan is 20,000 years. But Gautama Buddhas, 80 years. Why? Gautama Buddha's lifespan is so short. Why it is so short? Not because of karma, because of weather condition, because of food condition. Nowadays, food conditions cannot sustain longer. Cannot sustain human life to be 500 years, to be 1,000 years. It is impossible. Some people still believe if I have a medicine, they try to invent a medicine. If they have succeed, they can live longer. Some people believe like that. Even in Myanmar, I met a monk, Mahathir Sayadaw. I met. He's alchemist. Alchemist, you know alchemist? He always practice in that way. Because his idea, he want to live longer to meet Arimitiya Buddhas, Maitreya Buddhas. His ideas. He want to meet Arimitiya Buddha, want to listen to Dhamma. But he forgot the Buddha was Dhamma. Set it aside. One day he got a disease. Seriously. He used his medicine, alchemist, but it cannot cure. Therefore, he called doctor, got an injection. Just after that, a little better. He recovered. When I met him, he told me, for that practice, I have great suffering. I have to do many times, very tired. When I recover, full recover, I will follow only meditation. I abandoned this practice, he said. But after 2-3 months, I went there again to meet him, how he is. At that time, he practiced again, alchemist. So at that time, why, Venerable Sir, how you follow, continue to this one? He said, I nearly succeed. I nearly succeed. I can remain many thousand years to meet your limited, he said. But about 75 years of age, he passed away. So, some people believe in this way. Even the Buddha cannot go beyond 100 years of lifespan. Because weather condition, life condition. Weather condition, food condition is not good enough to sustain human life. Therefore, where there is a weather condition is good, food condition is good, we can increase human life. We can increase human life. Therefore, some places, some people have weather condition, good condition, food condition, they live longer. Live longer. The AbhidhammaForDailyLife explained our body, the material qualities depend on 4 conditions. One is karma, second is citta, then uttu, then ahara. Karma, citta, uttu, ahara. In chapter 3 will be explained about that. Karma cannot be changed. Karma depends on peace. Chitta we can change. We can purify our mind. Utu ahara, accordingly, we can create a good food and ahara. Now, in hotter season, the people also create air conditions to reduce heat. Air condition. That is also suitable utu we create in this room. Suitable utu. Food also can be changed. But the whole world, you see, we cannot control the whole world's utu. Nowadays, the weather condition is not good everywhere. Weather condition is not good. All kind of vegetables depend on weather conditions, you see. When weather condition is good, the food is rich in vitamin. Now it is not so rich in vitamin because of weather conditions. It changes. Why weather condition changes? Because of human being. Why now our world is warmer and warmer? Some people point out because of ozone. But not because of ozone. Lower dosa moha is increased. Within human being, you see, lower dosa moha is increased now. So there is a heat. The heat of human beings rise up and cause to also warmer. So weather changes. The Lord Buddha also explained it in this way. Explain it in this way. Depending on human mind, human action, weather changes. Depending on whether food, vegetables are rich vitamin or not, it is changes. When vitamin not good enough, the people also have to take it as a food. It cannot sustain longer. Therefore, human beings, a lot of problem. There's a disease, many kind of disease appear. Then their lifespan is shorter and shorter. That is the way. Shorter and shorter. So all are related to each other. Related to each other. That is I'm pointing. So mind is so powerful. Accordingly, systematically, if we practice this is jhana. So jhana will be composed of the 5 factors: vitaka, vichara, piti, sukha, ekagata. If they work in together, it is again get energy. So we must know about that. The word jhana is used for the unity of jhana factors. Jhananga, there is an explanation. There are 5 jhana factors, namely vitaka, vichara, etc. So, given the meaning, vitaka, initial application. Application means applying mind to the object. Vichara, sustained application. Vichara is sustained the mind onto the object. Piti is joy, sukha, happiness, upekha, neutral feeling. Ekagata, one-pointedness on the object. So they are performed as a jhana factor. Pratama jhana is constitutions of 5 jhana factors, and it is the first stage that is attained. Dutiya jhana is the constitutions of 4 jhana factors, and it is the second stage that is attained. The Tatiya jhana is the constitutions of 3 jhana factors, and it is the third stage attained. Chatutha jhana is the constitutions of 2 jhana factors, and it is the 4th stage that is attained. Panchama jhana is the constitutions of 2 jhana factors, and it is the 5th stage that is attained. You see, one by one, bound to. By reducing jhana factors, attainments become higher and higher. By reducing. more powerful. So first, we need this Vitaka, Vichara, Piti, Sukha, Ekaggata, this as a jhana. Second, remove the Vitaka, Vichara, Piti, Sukha, Ekaggata, second. Then remove the Vichara also, Piti, Sukha, Ekaggata, third jhana. Then Piti removed, other than Sukha, Ekaggata working together, fourth jhana. Then instead of Sukha, there is Upekha, Ekaggata, the fifth jhana stage. One by one. By reducing, by removing jhana factors one after the other, we can attain higher and higher. That is how to practice samatha meditation. We must explain this how to practice jhana factors. In Visuddhimagga, the path of purification, you can read jhana stages to know about that. Okay? If you want to practice jhana, so I will give the guideline, but I cannot attain the jhana. Okay? So the meanings of jhana, in another way, jhana is so called because it is temporarily burns those first mental states. They are done with nivarana and pari. So we must explain in this lecture about that. So there is according to samatha practice, we can be attained. Not commonly we cannot. In our daily life, these states are also just attainment they are. If you practice samatha method, you can attain these states. So okay. So let me see.